Oh, what's up, guys? J-Base Phoenix here. And look, it's here. The book is here, y'all. I got the physical paperback version of the book. We got your boy in the back. We got the author's bio and all my social media information. We got a synopsis of the book back here. Look inside. Look at the thickness. I didn't realize the book was this thick, guys. It's so awesome. Oh man. This is crazy. Like I just bought somebody else's book, but oh look at the biographies. We got the biographies in the back here. This is I didn't realize they'd be in black and white. I was hoping they'd be in color, but I think I had it black and white for because of cost sake. But we got the biographies back here. All these characters. We got Lux the book. Wait, that's the wrong camera angle. The boy Lux right there, bro. Bro, the book is here. We got it's like official. We got the bindings. What else? We got the table of contents. Like this is official. Look at the beginning of this. Like it's official. We got the copyright, everything. The table of contents. Oh man. Wait, I want to show a picture from the book. I don't know exactly which pages the pictures are on, but we're gonna. This is This is an example of one of the pictures in the book. Bro, the book. This is this is it. Books here. Go on and get yourselves a copy. This is only $20. This paperback, you see it. Paperback's only $20. Most paperbacks I always say run you up. I'd say at least 25 um to 25 to 30. But it's Kindle Unlimited. Is it's free for everything else. Kindle it's 10. But for this, welcome to the stream, Joe. It's one sexy book. Indeed, it is, my friend. For this sexy, thick book, there's a lot of content in this book. This is content. This is content. Congrats on holding a physical copy of your creation. Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you. It's so cool. It's so cool. Um, this sexy book only runs people up 20. Like I said, cheaper than most books, most paperback books you gonna find on the internet. Look at the pictures. We got pictures inside, and the biographies in the back. Again, like you gonna know everything about these characters in case you didn't already know. And the advantage with the physical book, which I recommend getting, not I get the same amount of royalties either way, like Kindle or paperback. So it really doesn't matter, but I really recommend getting the paperback because, well, I'm the type that likes to thumb through all of my here. I'm the type that likes to thumb through all of my all comics or all sorts of. What's up, the homie Jay? Welcome to the stream. All sorts of comic or reading material. Like I love the Injustice. This is my favorite comic series, so of course I had to get physical copies of Injustice. But that's why I recommend paperback. I like to hold it in my hands. Some people, don't like to, but because I do, I got this. We got this. You gotta have superpowers just to hold the book because it's that thing. You gotta have at least super strength in your arsenal, Joe. Tell them. They don't know. They don't know, Joe. They don't know. I like to hold it in my hands. Yeah, that's yep. I like the it's I got super strength. It's you got to have super strength. Everybody that holds this book got super strength because this book is so gosh darn thick. Um, but that's enough advertising, guys. I'm just really excited because books here, guys. This is the first I've actually ever gotten to hold a physical copy of anything of my own. Um, like I said, this is my first published book, and seeing it in a physical copy is really cool. Like digital, I wrote it digitally, so it didn't make that much of a difference for me. Like I can, like if I bought it on Kindle, it wouldn't make much sense. Um, but having a physical version of like this is going straight to the shelf. I just reached back to grab Injustice from, going to that same shelf because it deserves to be up there, guys. But how's everybody else doing? I'm just excited to um wait, that was the same thing, wasn't it? No, it's on the same. What the? Okay, there we go. I'm just excited to hold it, guys. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. Amazon will make it special for you. Amazon's gonna make it special just for you. Um, how much did it cost you to get? 10. Author copies only run me up the price of um what is it, shipping and the cost to make the book. So it was like 10. Yeah, not to put your book on the shelf would be an injustice. God dang it, Joe. God dang it. But the book, it's going right up there with the Marvel and DC comics that are on my bookshelf. I think I want to get more copies just so I can like maybe hand them out at some point if I ever do like signings or something. Well, I feel like at signings you already have the book, physical book at least. I don't know. But it's awesome. Get to hold it in my hand. Get to hold it in my hand, guys. All right, we gotta refocus. Let's refocus on the story. We gotta write. We gotta keep on writing, guys. We bask in the gloriousness that is that physical copy, the paperback version of the book. Excuse me. We got more stories to write. We gotta write a free story for people that can't get the book. People that can't get the book, I do not fault you at all, in the slightest, because I've been at points where I couldn't afford even like food. Yeah. Um. But like we're writing this story so everybody can read it. So let's continue developing this one, and you can listen to me read the book for free on my YouTube channel. It should be scrolling down a little bit on this Twitch page. There I made it's a 16 video playlist where we read through an earlier version. There's not much difference in the final and what you hear on that. So an earlier version of this book, in case you actually want to know about the book, but can't necessarily afford to pay it. Which, like I said, I don't blame you in the slightest. Um, or if you don't even want to buy the book, you just want to listen to the book. Hey, do what you want to do. But I recommend, you know. I am an avid reader and I like having a hard copy of the book too. Yes, listen to GWB. Listen. It's book thick. The book thick, guys. You gotta, like I said, like Joe said, you gotta have super strength. You gotta have some sort of superpowers in order to hold the book. It's good, it's great. Um, but let's like I said, let's refocus on this story. I'm hyped. Gotta come down from the hype a little bit. So I was also hyped yesterday. I think I played it after I streamed, but I played Warzone, the Call of Duty free thing, even though I have the full game. Played with my friends. We've been playing for like the past few weeks, trying to get that top spot, that number one victory, and we got it yesterday. We for sure got it. We all just started yelling like, "Yes, yes!" We had a full squad, and there were like two teams of two people left, and we got them. Came down to that last circle, finally won. So that was a good feeling yesterday. Anybody else got good news? Gigi by screen. Yeah, I refer to you by your screen name sometimes. Sorry, I know it's Gigi, but my grandmother likes the physical copy of the book. A lot of people like physical copies of things, like comic books. Like I just showed you. I prefer to be able to hold comic books and flip through the pages and go back when I want to and all that stuff. Like I don't have to load anything up in order to read something. Um, even though it does, it has convenience. Do it, read it wherever. But yeah. All right. Let's get back to chapter 6. So at the end of chapter 5, which we extended because we added the underground fighting ring, Grace joins in chapter 5, and then chapter 6 we get more of the underground fighting ring. I think we introduced Solace in this chapter. The final member, I put that in all caps because I don't want to add any more members. I was struggling not to add him as a member. I wanted to keep it to a small number. But yeah, I was like physical copies of food. Can't do a lot with digital hamburgers. You got a point. If you got a digital hamburger like a photo or something, it's not gonna be very satisfying. My favorite author. Well, thank you, Gigi. I appreciate the kind words. I'm my favorite author too. Um, but yeah, Joe, digital hamburgers, like unless they could make it to where you can eat a picture. Well, you technically can if you print it out, but eat a digital like a JPEG, can't do much with that. I agree. Can't do much of digital. Well, no, you can, but you can't eat it. Eat something digital. And 3D print the food, yes, but I cannot guarantee it'll taste the same unless you season it the exact same way and heat it up the exact same way that burger was meant to be. It'll still probably taste like product. What do 3D printers use to print? Not product. Not product. Product's not like plastic. I don't. I don't know what I've seen like maybe one 3D printer in my life too, and I never saw them 3D print. All right, let's get back to system. Um, prisoner tossed in this fighting underground ring by corrupt guards that promised his sentence would be shortened by doing so. Doing so. Okay, I want to finish at least chapter 6 before we write. We're on chapter 3, correct? Yes, we are. Okay. I want to stay a few chapters ahead. Doing so, the delinquents show back up to the ring the following night and watch for Omnispect, Kokaida, or Vermilion. Zashi's attention is focused on Solace, who is fighting in the ring. Following night. What should Solace be? Who should Solace be fighting? Is a better question. And what kind of superpowers should he have? Let's look this up. And should the guy he's fighting be important to the story in any way? Maybe he has goals too. Because they're all characters, they're all people. Uh, it should be something weird or random, like blowing himself up or a tail spinning in circles. Adaptation, enhanced stuff. I like seeing visual or having my characters, at least in this story, have visual powers, visible visual powers. Um, ESP. I think I want to scroll back up actually. They're getting less and less visual. Hmm. Flower pollen nature. No. Maybe it should be an alien that has a certain type of physiology that would be a bit of a challenge for Solace. Let's look at the alien document we have. Visual powers, my superpowered prescription glasses. I can see. Joe, Joe, guys, Joe is a special type of. Joe is the first Joe of all the Joes. He's the first Joe type of Joe. We, I guess I'm gonna have to get used to Joe's jokes because Jesus. It physically, you need a sound effect, the sad trombone sound. That's what your reaction was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What is that? Um, yeah. Oh, I should also. I'm gonna look into just finding like a non-copyright, probably maybe EDM, maybe like just chill whatever playlist on YouTube just to play in the background of these because all you probably hear right now is the heater that's right next to me and my own voice. Um, give this a bit of a more chill vibe. Um, so I'm gonna look into that. My artist I checked up is still he's been focusing on work because he's not an artist full time. He's polishing up. He said he's polishing up his style for me, which is awesome. And he's working on the concepts. I gave him descriptions, and I tried to draw the Solace guy. That's the sixth member of the delinquents, and then I also drew Zashi, who's I guess technically speaking the third member because Exabyte is the second. Oh, that's the wrong way. Tried drawing her as well. Um, we didn't write her into the story yet, I don't think, but I'm trying to help him so we can get this cover done and he can start uploading as soon as possible. Start uploading to Wattpad to get this stuff more traffic. I'm excited to get it out here. Like I said, this story will be free to the masses. This one we're crafting right now on stream is going to be free. I'm just streaming it because to show you a process. I actually helped. I think I helped another one of the. I want to start calling them a regular rock evolution. Yesterday with creating characters. Um, this is a. Um, oh, there you are, Rock. What's up? Um, this I helped them with a creating character thing here. This is what I was. This is like sort of an example or guideline of what I was given when I was in one of my college classes, screenplay story development, and this is what I use when I want to really get in depth with a character or where I don't not necessarily know where I want a story to go. I get zoomed in on the characters and do as much as possible about what I want to know about them or what I should know about them, but not necessarily everybody that reads the book should know about them. So you just know the character inside and out. This is like crazy in depth in my eyes. But when I'm doing something like this, which is, and I'll use the book as reference. Hey, LOL, I joined you as soon as you mentioned. Yep, sure did. So something like what you see on the right here is what I also use for the biographies in the back, and I can use this as reference now. What I use as but it's not super clear, but you can see it's kind of along the same manner. I'm trying to make this straight as possible. Um, yeah, it's along the same thing of what I do for the biographies in the back of the book, so people you can understand. Well, this is for me and my artists just a quick rundown of what these characters were because I hadn't drawn them yet before I started writing about them. It's a rundown of what the audience should know, or audience reader should know about the characters. I think I want to include this in, maybe find a way to include it when I post it on Wattpad. But yeah, because my characters haven't had the time behind, like we're at a disadvantage a little bit, but also an advantage because my characters hadn't had the time behind heroes and characters like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. I try to hammer in the names and include this, so in case you want to know, oh, who is this character again, you flip, like physically, if you have the physical book, flip to the back of the book and look them up and see what they're which one I'm referring to. So yeah, that's more or less to help everybody. And I said advantage and disadvantage. The advantage to that is, to my characters not having the time, is I can evoke emotion out of the reader by killing off a favorite character if I want to, and I do several times in the story. Not this first story. This setting you at ease for this first story. This first story is a bit of a introduction, is to get you a little taste of what's to come in the future. And I'm trying to work on the second book as well, getting that out. But first, I need this first book to do crazy so I can nail in on the second book and completely forget about the first book while that's taking off. Um, this is just the first story, and I wouldn't say anybody. I'm not gonna say nothing, but the characters are safe right now. Let's just leave it at that. Characters are safe, but like I said, because I haven't had the time and I guess marketing behind the characters. Like, for example, DC, and I've like I said, I've said this before, but in case anybody here is new, I've said before, DC can never kill off Superman or Batman permanently. They've killed them off plenty of times in the past before, but they are two of their biggest money makers. Marvel can never kill off Spider-Man permanently, um, or any of the other major heroes permanently in their, at least comic books. In the movies they can and have. Um, but because my characters have not had those decades behind them, I can kill them off without losing much of anything. And I can also evoke emotion out of the reader at the same time, which sounds pretty dark, but I want that's like a realistic aspect of my story. So the story is very outlandish, and you will see that if you read it or listen to it on YouTube, the thing, the playlist. Very outlandish, very out there. But a realistic aspect I keep is that, oh, wait, this person wouldn't have plot armor in this situation. Most, if not all, of my characters do not have plot armor whatsoever. Maybe the main character at best, I would say. Lux, the guy on the cover. The biggest man's out there. Other than that, they do not. And 8 books in, as I'm still writing the eighth, there have been a lot of main characters and main villains that have died permanently. That's another thing. Death is permanent. There's no, oh, I'm reincarnated now as something else, and I have the same personality essentially. I just look different. No, there's none of that. Once you die in these stories, you die. You're dead. You're gone. Which also gives an impact on it. Depending on who dies, it gives an impact on the characters in the story as well. So, um, that's the advantage I was referring to. It's the Game of Thrones of superheroes. Let's say that. Safe. I want to see a death ASAP. You do. Not of a main character, Joe. I'm sorry, no main characters die. You're just getting introduced to them. You ain't gonna feel nothing if. Didn't I just say, Joe, that you don't know nobody yet? Why would I kill the main character off in the first book if ain't if you ain't even know what their last name is? You don't know what the last name is yet. I ain't killing nobody yet. Third book, third book, second book. We're still expanding the world. Just to give you insight onto what the second book is about. We're still expanding the world, and the heroes that you might not have heard of in this book that receive the serum, you hear more about in the second book. Lux spends time with the heroes in the second book. So we're still like introducing. Not we're not going to do the origin thing like we did in this book in the second book. I don't think because I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but I wanted to give more substance to this book a little bit and learn who these people are. Um, Second book, still getting introduced to people a little bit. Third book, that's when crap starts to go bad, and crap is already bad. Third book, fourth book, fifth book, sixth book, seventh book. It doesn't get prettier from here. Let's just say that. But look at Game of Thrones. Like you just mentioned, we followed Ned Stark for the whole first season. He was the main character, and look what they did to Ned. I actually never watched Game of Thrones. I just know the main characters die all the time in Game of Thrones. That's like the only thing I knew about it. And the Mother of Dragons. And the King of the North. And the Red Wedding. I just never watched Game of Thrones. But I refer to it as Game of Thrones superheroes because of the deaths. I know they kill a lot of main characters in Game of Thrones. But yes. Third book and on, you might have to fear for your favorite characters. You might have to fear for your favorite characters. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. So before we went off on a tangent for the last 15 minutes, um, we were figuring out what kind of adversary Salah should be facing in the ring to showcase his abilities a little bit. I guess kind of like a jobber. Um, let's look up. Actually, let's go to the superpower document and look up physiology. We're just going to control F physiology. Excuse me. Oh no, why are we dropping frames? Why are we dropping frames? The thing still says good. It tells me that every time. I don't know what it's talking about. Tiger physiology. Okay, that doesn't help me. Magmavorn physiology. The Magmavorns were killed off. Demon physiology. No, he's not going to fight a demon. This is more alien based, even though demons are technically aliens too, because they're from another dimension, not another planet. They're not human. They're not really alien either, I guess. I don't know. Vampire, maybe no. Vampires are no. Adaptable, shapeshift. No, one of the main villains is already that. Semigonic, hell no. Um, Deadhead physiology. We already have two deadheads in this series right now. I don't want them to fight another. Seed physiology. That's not very visual. Chitart, enhanced strength, fluent in every language. No. Angelic and wait, I skipped over one. Oh, Seed, no. Immortal, no. That's more demon stuff. Archangel, angel, demon. Nebula Dragon, no, he's not gonna fight a god the first time in a ring. Why would they? How would they even capture a god and throw him in a ring? Insight, maybe, uh, maybe a legionnaire, like a rogue legionnaire, maybe. Legionnaires are aliens that are like knights of one of the royal alien families that I have, the Nebula Dragons. And you hear about them. They're the epilogue in the first book. Um, they have a whole chapter in the first book. Um, but they're like a hired army, but they only stay on Nebulon pretty much. So maybe it's a legionnaire that defected. That could also give him backstory to, because like I said, I don't want everybody to just be goons if they have a name of some sort or if they're, excuse me, fighting a main character. Of course, you're gonna have goons and jobbers are people that or beings that are there just to show how powerful the main character is, essentially, whether that's a villain or a hero. Um, Magma Vorn, no, I said they were killed off. Reaper, nope. Archangel. I need more alien physiology power things. Like I have Deadhead very clearly defined. Um, Daptol is very defined as well. No, and then we just get into animal physiologies for a different series. We're not gonna do that. Let's see. What can we pull from here? All right, I forgot I made Captain Kane a stellar. Right, I gotta address that at some point. Should Captain Kane be in the story? No, he's in book 8. I kind of want him to stay in Descendant. I think I have lettuce in my teeth. Yeah, it's definitely there. Can't get it out. Not gonna do it on stream, but it's gonna have to sit there. You guys can't see it. I think. No, you can't see it. Um. Okay. Some of my physiologies are very defined, but they're not very visual as to what I wanted for this. Percuser, happy. It might be interesting for him to fight something weird like a happy from the planet Smile. Yes, they are called that. Don't judge me. Lunatic is one of them. I don't think I have any examples of what a happy looks like. No, I drew Cyclone at one point, anti Captain Cadet, Guardian Phenom, Verdict Tech, Razor Shark. I forgot about Razor Shark. Isaiah Trinepos. No, I don't think I drew. This is like an evil type face that I draw a lot. Just because there's something satisfying about drawing it. But that's essentially once I find something that has that smiling face on it, I'll definitely show it on stream. But they're very creepy looking. They are called happies, but there's something off about them. Let's just say. So imagine a floating. So you got like a smiley face, right? Like imagine the yellow smiley face that says, I think it's "Have a nice day" on it. Imagine something like that, yellow, right? But it's floating above a cloak, and you don't even know if it actually has a physical body. You just see the head, right? And you see its orb. It's a yellow, and it's got a face on it, but it looks like a clown. Best I can describe it. It's an evil smiling clown that looks like that. That's the best I can describe a happy. And Antic is It's a great name. I love that name so much. I'm so proud of myself for that name. Um, Antic is he's one of them, but he serves the royal god family, the Nebula Dragons. So yeah, that might be interesting, and have them comment on what I was talking about. Happy so much, and I might as well just add it to the story. You know, I don't want to. I don't want to do that to you guys. Just talk about something for 5 minutes and then not add that to the story. Uh, on Solace, who's fighting in the ring, Solace squares off against, and we're gonna finish this chapter here. You should change the name of Razor Shark to Baby Shark, instant bestseller. Why Baby Shark? I feel like that's something I might have heard of before, but because Baby Yoda? Is that why? I was gonna make a Baby Exon. Exons are like, oh, I have an example of what an Exon is. And I started to create a whole character on it. Oh, it's a song, a really popular kids song. Baby Shark, really? I don't think I've ever heard of that. That must be either new or I'm not the right demographic for it. Book ready. So this is what an Exon looks like. He's one of the space cops of the stories, multiple stories. So I was gonna make a baby version of Exon, huge black eyes, green. First of all, that was a little too close to what I was trying to do as far as marketing went, but also I couldn't give him like a really good story. Like it just felt too close to what another certain company was doing, so I kind of just X'd it out because they're from Planet X. They're X's. I X'd it out. Has like a billion views on YouTube. Never heard of it. Baby Shark. I don't want to play it on stream, but I might give it a listen later. I don't want to listen to a kid song, Joe. Try to make me listen to kid songs, bro. Solid squares off against a Happy. That has. I never gave Happy's physiology. Maybe now would be the time to. Okay, so we get the idea. I want to finish chapter 6 because we get the idea they fight. We're gonna leave that for now. As superpowers. Um, they fight. So we got past that. Saw squares off and the happy fights. So what would draw? First of all, Zashi is already drawn to Solace. What would draw the rest of them to Solace to be like, hey, you'd be a good fit for our team? Maybe Solace doesn't want to fight anymore or something, and they try stopping him by like tasing him and saying, "You're gonna fight, you prisoner jerk." They probably use a strong word. Do it for the pop culture memes, bro. No, I can't. Because if it's copyrighted, Joe, and I put this on YouTube, I'm going to get a strike. And my channel's not even that popping, Joe. If I get a strike, and my channel ain't even popping off just yet, bro. I can't be popping off with a strike already, Joe. I can't do it, Joe. I can't do it. What is that? Oh, those are my friends. So they fight. Solace uh is about to end the Happy's whole career when he looks around and sees the bloodthirsty crowd. Then Zashi, and he stops um, and says the Happy's had enough, and he's no longer going to fight. Guards come in and start tasing uh, Solace. And the delinquents debate amongst themselves. I always forget the N. Amongst themselves about jumping in for a random, quote unquote random. Why is the O there? Random, but I wasn't saying off stream. Oh yeah. Yeah, I might. I might. I don't know, Joe. You got me in a pickle here, Joe. Not really. I mean, jumping in. I'm speaking out loud, but not typing all the words out loud. Jumping in for a random, but Zero convinces them, and they stop the guards from beating Solace and escape the club. Escape the ring, knowing they can never go back to it and lose a lead and edge they could have had on Omnispect, Kokaida, and Vermilion. This creates a little tension among them already because of Zero's decision. So this is something that I feel is not. Do you have a Discord server? I don't. Should I? Should I? I don't know how to make a Discord server. That's the first time I've ever. Like, that's dope, Brock. That's a good. Yo, goldfish whole grain. Gold whole fish. What's up, bro? Glad you could make the stream. Do I have a Discord server? I don't yet. You're the first person to come to me and ask me that. Straight up. I mean, I feel like maybe it's time to start. If this channel keeps growing and I stay as consistent as I have, I love Discord. Yeah. I mean, I have a Discord account, but I don't have my own server. I guess maybe I should. Like I said, if this channel, all my channels stay as consistent as I have with this, and we keep growing, then I guess that'll be inevitable. That's a good question, Rock. That's not even something I thought about. I guess, do other Twitch streamers have Discords? I don't know. I know I did follow one streamer and he stopped streaming. Casually explained. He's an animation channel. But he had tons of fans by the time he had a Discord server, so I joined it and I made some friends on there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm in almost 20 servers, at least one other I know of. Yeah. I mean, I'll look into it. I didn't even, like I said, that's not even something I thought about. I could have a thing, like one of the channels could be like, share your stories here, or something like that. Yeah, that'll be something I'll look into. Good idea, Rock. Thanks, thanks for the idea. How's the character creating going? Have you used the template I sent you yet? This creates tension among them already because of Zero's decision, and the group goes back. I mean, I know I just sent it yesterday, so maybe you haven't. I wouldn't blame you. Group goes back to Zero's hideout and realizes they're going to have to find somewhere else. And unlike the arcs, I don't think I'm going to have them live there. They just need a different location. No, I haven't used it. Yeah, no pressure. I was just curious. Um, Group goes back to so unlike the arcs, I don't think I'm gonna have them live there, which will also give opportunity to the villains. They just need like a meeting place. They'll also give opportunity to the villains in case they're like taking a hover car there or hover bike or just walking there to this common meeting place. Um, like to just snatch them up and say, "Hey, we got one of your delinquents. You're one of your team members. Come on and pick them up if you dare." There was also kidnapping Descendant. I'm trying to keep it as far from Descendant as possible, but I'm fresh off the trail of Descendant. So we might not even have a kidnapping. It might be a jumping or something. I don't know. But we'll figure that out when we get to chapter 7. Before we end the stream, let's start writing chapter 3. Got 10 minutes to start. Um, 12. 12 minutes to start. Um, I'll be right. No problem, Rock. See you when you get back. Also, we need to define. Maybe in the aliens document here, we'll include physiology. So we have metals there. So let's just add it here, I think. Nagi physiology. And we'll just copy it like this, blank. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Planet Lily go. Change this. Oh, right. I gave examples at the end. So let's cut this and add it right here. And this is where the example names will go. We'll start from the top, actually, because it doesn't make sense. Tavara. I did name it Tavara. That's the elemental planet. So, Phoenix physiology. Ranian physiology. Magmavoran physiology. Actually, I can just do this all stream. You guys don't need to see this. That's going to be very boring. I do want to figure out what the Happy's physiology is going to be. So we'll do this here. Okay. And we gotta figure it out. We gotta figure this out. So would be something. I don't feel like. First of all, they don't have flight because the king arrow, the one Antic, one of the Happies we already know about from the first book. I think he's in the. Is he at the end of the first book? Not in the biologies, but in the epilogue. I'm not sure. I don't think he's in this first book. All right, that's fine. We do know he doesn't have flight because the King Arrow grants all of the. I call them the royal courtsmen. The courtsmen. He grants them all flight, so they do not have flight. Let's start with that. They don't have flight. I'm not going to start a list of eliminating all the superpowers they don't have. Let's just pick superpowers that they might have. Something visual. Um, I don't imagine them using their arms a whole lot. Like, I don't imagine them being able to make use of their arms. So one should never be sure if they have a body underneath the cloak or not, or if the cloak is just kind of for show. Because you see they have the head. That's the most prominent thing. Their giant head and face. Um, I imagine they'd have psychic powers, but what kind of psychic powers is the question. And I was gonna say psychic powers might not be visual, but then you have shows like Mob Psycho where not everybody, but most of the main characters are psychics and they have glowy stuff and rainbows. So, mentality based, suit, empathy, enhanced wits, psychic navigation. I want something he can attack with. So, it'd be dope if he could like conjure psychic weapons, but they're kind of translucent or transparent, and he just throws a bunch at him. He doesn't wield them, but he can just conjure them up from wherever and then just throw weapons at him. That might be pretty dope. Kind of like how Ares does from the Injustice series. Well, in the first Injustice game. Um, Similar to that. I want them to have a little more than just that. Fear inducement, siren song, um, dream manipulation, mindscape, sonic projection. Don't want them to have hypnosis. His hypnosis can be ridiculously strong. Um, Offspring detection. What? What is this? Psychometry? Receive residual information of an object and or person. No. It's gotta be attacking. He's gotta attack. Psychic shield, that might be something. So let's start adding to the physiology in this document. Let's move this over. Actually, let's move this here. Keep this here. The alien races document here. Said we were going to start writing chapter 3. We might have to do that next time. I apologize. Um, so, happy physiology consists of, I think psychic shield should definitely be one. Psychic. Why do I keep spelling that wrong? Psychic shield, psychic weapons. What else? Some other psychic stuff. Maybe happiness inducement. Because that would, I guess, make sense for um, their whole shtick. Psychic shield. I kind of want to keep it telepathy. No, I want to keep it a little small. Maybe some happies are more powerful than others. Um, and I also don't want them to be too similar to insights, which are another kind of Esper type, ESP type of alien that are also on the same planet. Well, happies have their own planet, but um, empathic manipulation. That's kind of what happiness inducement is. I kind of want to keep it to that. Let's keep it a short list um, for now. So we have that chapter 3. So, okay, excuse me. Actually, let's add this happy physiology to Antic himself in the all superpowers document. Okay. So that's done. Like I said, I'll have to do this off camera. Um, Today's Thursday. Oh yeah, we don't stream tomorrow. Darn. Um, all technology. I don't think I need this open right now. All right. So that's where chapter 6 ends for now. Start on chapter 3. At least a word. Let's get a word in edgewise, guys. Introduce Zashi. Mark 3 times. Zero watches from a rooftop. It's not in the clouds. So we're just starting Sarah off on the rooftop. I think that's how this chapter is supposed to start. Oh, it's gonna start. Sarah watches from low lower rooftop of one low rooftop of, let's say, from a rooftop of a smaller of one of a smaller building by disturbed standards, as it does not reach into the clouds. He's able to clearly see to the bottom, clearly see to the ground, and watch the ant-like, the ant-sized um, passers-by. Scopes out the street and locks in on a group of people, group of beings, let's say aliens, that surround a single ant. So we promised we just started chapter 3 at least a little bit. We got a couple sentences in. We will continue on Saturday because I do not stream Fridays. I have to take time and spend with my family. Plus, I need a day off a week at least from streaming because you know. So we will be back Saturday, 8 to 9 p.m. like always. I will definitely look into getting a Discord server started. Rock, thank you for the idea. We are also 5 people away from becoming officially Twitch affiliated, which I am ecstatic for. Is this ecstatic? Ecstatic. I think it's ecstatic. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah. So I can't wait for that to go down. We also have the book out. I recommend the paperback. Like I said before, royalties are the same, so you can buy for me. You can buy the Kindle if you want. It feels so good to have this thickness in your hands. It's so thick, and it feels great to feels great for me to have something of my own product in physical form. So it's been digital for a few years now. Few years, like a year now. But either way, I recommend getting the book because the book is a good book. Um, but yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for now. And I will see you guys Saturday. Let's shout out the peoples in the chat. We got Joe, we got the homie J, GG, goldfish whole grain, of course, and rock. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for watching the stream today. And we're gonna get out of here for real. The button's ready. Button's ready. Button has been on his grind the past few times, so we're gonna get out of here all the time today. Alright guys. Thank you so much for watching, and this is J Base Phoenix once again. Signing off.